Class 3 for race number 7, our second visit to the dirt as well. This is a contest over the 1650, but it's an expanded ratings band, 60 to 85 as opposed to 80 normally. Let's Lone Eagle into the race, a last start winner over the 1200 metres on the dirt. Right Choice, he's 1 from 1 on the surface, that was over 1200 metres. Bear Slam is here on a hat-trick, racing runner-up last time out, but makes his all-weather debut. Clear Choice, also on a hat-trick. Danny Shum, Grant Vanderkirk in the saddle. Red Elise, runner-up behind Righteous Doctrine over over the 1800 metres last time out. California Arjan likes to roll forward. He's got barrier 8 and down to Smiling City. Douglas White, Matthew Chadwick. 0 from 6 so far, just a couple of tries on the all-weather today. Lau Enlightenment and California Arjan are the horses that have been up at Chung Fry in the last 30 days.
And he's likely to be one of the horses on the pace, California Arjan. We know he can be a bit of an enigma though, really, California Arjan. And if he's up on the pace, you'd say Chad Schofield probably likely to defer on Raging Blitzkrieg. Lau Enlightenment down on the inside there, Smiling City. Lone Eagle's got a tough draw to overcome of gate number 10. And then you've got behind them Red Elise, Clear Choice. So maybe California Arjan up on the pace here to prevail.
Here is Lone Eagle. Now, he can pull and play up a lot in his track work. Interesting they're stepping him up to 1650, so I want to see what the tactics are. They might just let him run up and trip, because he's obviously got a bit of pace, and if he starts pulling, he's going to ruin his chances. Raging Blitzkrieg goes nicely. His work's been pretty good. Another one that generally does go forward, so his work has been pretty good leading into this contest as well, and he loves the surface, as we know. And the other one, Bear Slam, he's on a hat-trick, and look, he's going really well at the moment. Joe Moreira, barrier number 7, but does stay in Class 3, just up and weight a bit. All right, interesting, yeah, and certainly Lone Eagle tactics, you can see there, he's a very keen, free-going sort, what he'll do. That's where we'll start with here. He actually covered a bit of ground on this occasion, got into a lovely rhythm though, and broke through for a smart win. Yeah, he was caught wide throughout, and you can see that those tactics can work on the all-weather. You can sit wide and still run a decent race, and he was able to do so, betting home Mr. Wealth. Here you can see, I think it might have been Mega Heart running on at the end there with Handsome Rebel, but he brought his A-game this time round and was finally able to do something and put a win on the board. Yeah, it was only his second start on the surface, Lone Eagle as well. So, look, maybe that's his go. I mean, barrier 10 is probably not a negative for him, the way he races. OK, that's interesting. Racing Luck, I think, is interesting as well. This is him behind Farshad at Happy Valley last time out. He has trialled well on the surface. He has, so that's the thing. He has trialled well. He's going to race on it for the first time. He's got barrier 12 as well, but another get-back runner. And look, he's been running well at Happy Valley. He's by Street Cries, so there is some breeding there as well in regard to the all-weather. Interesting runner for me. The horse on the inside there in the white-capped Solar Waiwai, he's since come out and won out of that race. So he's been really consistent Racing Luck, but he's not had too much luck, fair to say, with the barrier draws. All right, there's two horses here who come in search of a hat-trick, Clear Choice being one of them. Volpino chasing him, who is still yet to win, but has placed numerous times. It was a really strong run here from Clear Choice. I thought he was on his mark after his last win, where he just fell in beating Best Alliance. Then he came in and did this on the... this was a good track. It was wet slow, the first one that he raced on, so he definitely enjoys the surface. And the way he won this, I think he could probably run another good race. Yeah, 2 wins in a row. He's won 4.1 million, so you'd love to own a horse like him through his career. Clear Choice. He's since had a recent barrier trial and trialled up OK for 4th. The horse chased him home. Holy Heart ran on Wednesday night as well at Happy Valley, and only just touched off there. Red Elise running second this time again with Volpino unfolding, Smiling City and Lau Enlightenment. Yeah, he's never been too far away. Red Elise's form line 4-3-2-3-2. One of those seconds he did dead heat with behind World Famous. He's just been racing so honestly. Purton jumps on board him for the first time for Manfred Mann. Zach's got a couple of rides on the Saturday card for Manfred. He was just nutted over the final stages for second, but or for third. Got up for third there. Second, sorry. Get it right eventually. Looking at the wrong race. Yeah, he held on for second. That's what I was trying to say. But look, he's been racing so honestly, hard to leave him out. Yeah, definitely. I've found a spot for him. He's a very honest horse, and he hasn't had a lot of luck in some of his races as well. The other horse that's racing in great heart at the moment is Bear Slam. He'll be ridden by Joe Moreira.
Bear Slam, Joe. What happened at the trials the other morning with him?
Unfortunately, he. When we were putting him into the gate, he didn't fully put himself in there, and some boys from behind had to push him to make sure we close the back doors. But for pushing him, we upset him a little bit. And then just a fraction of a second before the gates open, he decides to do something else, put his body up, and then he jumped up on the air and hit his head on top. I had to pull him up because I wasn't sure if he was fine. But after a couple of strides, I could feel like he was okay. And we just had to postpone his trial for probably 3 or 4 days later. And then he did trial well. I was quite happy with the way how he's done it. And I could not see why a trainer should not run him.
Can he win again? He's won his last 2, but he's had a couple of months off from the races.
Of course, I do think his last 2 starts, he's been proving that he's picking up better form. He just needs to repeat what he's done, and I know it's now he's going to have to carry a little bit of more weight on his back, but he's carried top weight on his back before, and he's in great shape. So I'm quite confident he's a winning chance once again.
Yeah, he's hard to rule out completely. It's just where the case of the handicap has caught up with him. He's carrying less weight than he actually did on his last start. He's been smart winning both times.
Yeah, and he's in the same grade. I think he can win again. I think he can do the hat-trick.
Yeah, this extended rating band has allowed him to get into the field here on a mark of 82 and that slightly lesser weight. I've got him in, but I've got one to beat him as well.
All right, and it's a clear choice on the hat-trick as well. Much bigger price. Bear Slam's the favourite, Paul.
Yeah, I've got him on top. Bear Slam. I think the conditions of the race suit him absolutely perfectly. And as you mentioned, he carries a lot of weight and he's in the same grade. So he's on top to beat the one Lone Eagle. Now, it's a little bit of a take on trust here because he's up to 1650, but he's always shown had plenty of ability, this horse. I think barrier 10's quite good because he'll get some clear air. Clear choice in there for third. He's still running really well and Red Elise is honest. 4, 1, 8, 9, but a really open race this one, I thought.
You're looking for something at a price and decided to go with the horse number 2, Raging Blitzkrieg, out of the stable of John Size, Chad Schofield from gate number 4. He'll be up near the speed. Raging Blitzkrieg, he's at 17 to 1 in the market at the moment. Thought he'd be a chance in a race like this, likes racing on the surface. Bear Slam number 4, Racing Luck's been honest, as too has Red Elise. So 2, 4, 6 and 9.
All right, we've all got the 4 and 9 engaged, much like Tom. I'm looking for a bit of value there against Bear Slam. With Racing Luck, who makes his all-weather debut. All right, that's race number 7.